When I say weak, that is the acronym for how men feel when they are not allowed to show their emotions and what can happen to them. I was just talking to a very good friend of mine who happens to be black. And I said, hey, tell me what it's like in the black community when it comes to men's mental health. Like, what's the deal? He's like, hey, man, we don't talk about it. You deal with it on your own. It's your own issue, your own problem. You just kind of suck it up. And the result of this is we see men turning, well, actually young boys too, young boys, teenagers, 20s, 30s, dads. We see them turn to other outlets to express themselves. Usually it's an anger. They show violence, and the only range of emotion that they can show that's acceptable is anger or avoidance. A lot of times they'll avoid stuff, but then they hit the bottle. They become drinkers, they become drug addicts, or maybe they go mess around outside the family because they want to have some sense of control, maybe some power in their life because they feel powerless in many ways. When I say weak, that is the acronym for how men feel when they are not allowed to show their emotions and what can happen to them. And as a result of this, they turn to alcohol, they turn to violence, they turn to domestic violence, they turn to complete emotional shutdown. They don't know how to express themselves without the fear of ridicule, judgment. And this is something that, again, leads to a lot of other issues for men. Suicide rate in men over 50 is very, very high. And we need to talk about that. And I also want to tell people that just being a guy in general, we have a lot of issues going on. We have a lot of things happening in our lives that we don't want to, share with our families, share with our spouses, share with our coworkers. And as a result of that, sometimes we feel very alone, isolated.